Alright, welcome everybody to my first YouTube video. I'm Greek Dragon X. Was told everybody that I was going to post a YouTube video as well as some pictures and things like that about the NesPi case. I already was talking about from, I think the name of the company is RetroFlag. So I wanted to post a video about that, just kind of showing everybody I'm going to probably do a two-parter. This first part's going to be the actual unboxing, kind of show you how the product looks and stuff and what comes with it. So I won't bore you. Let's get right to that. A couple things they give you. They do give you a little instruction manual. So you can see everything in the breakdown there. Get my hands out of your way. So you can see that's the instructions, part 1. Instructions, part 2. Hopefully these are in focus. Everybody can see them good, and you can pause the video if you need to see it. But that's your instructions. They give you this little card. I don't know. Maybe it's it came from China. I don't know culture. Their cultures and stuff. So that may be a cool little thing. They give you this little card that has some cool stuff in there. So that's that. This is the actual box. Obviously, it came with a bigger shipping box, but I threw that away. This is the box inside of the shipping box. So this is what you get. It actually looks just like the product enclosed. So there's one side, there's the other side, there's the other side, there's the other side, and there's the bottom. And there is the bottom. And this is literally what the case looks inside. You're going to see in a second. So it opens right up here on the side. I want to knock it out. I already know because I've opened this and put it back together. I just wanted to show you guys. They do give you a screwdriver in there, which is kind of nice of them. Little tiny screwdriver. Open up the box here. I'll take this and put it out of our way. Put all these goodies out of our way. So here's the actual product. It comes in this little sleeve here. We'll get rid of that. This is the actual device, so I'll give you a close-up of that as well. So here's the front of the NesPi case. I wanted to show you this. This is pretty cool. The power button actually has a really nice, sounds like an NES to me, if I remember. It's been a long time since I've used an NES. Reset button is nice too. Over here you get your 2 USB ports, USB 1 and 2, and it actually says plus down below them too. Cool little, nifty little details. So you got that in the front. The door does open up. So you get 2 USB ports and an Ethernet port right there in the center. Like I said, it's got nice little details, little textures here and different details in the plastic, which is nice. This side is your micro SD card slot. So you can see that there. There's actually a little groove. I don't know if you can see it in the video. It's a tiny little groove here. So I'm hoping it's easy to get the SD card out of there. Here's your back with your power port, obviously for your Raspberry Pi. This is your HDMI, and this is your audio jack. Nothing over here. Again, back to the front. The bottom. Here you got little information. It's literally just like what was written on the box I already showed you. This is the little door that everybody's kind of liking. You can open it up. You can see it says micro SD storage. You can put your micro SD storage in there. It actually comes already unscrewed, so you can open the top right up. They give you another little tag. This one's actually a sticker you can actually take off. I don't know if they want you to stick it on something or just for fun, but it actually gives you the details of the close-up of plugging in for the, I believe, the power and reset switch. So they give you that. That's pretty cool. I haven't had any experience with the Borkin button I know about all this stuff, but I've never done it myself, so I'm hoping it's just plug and go. Hopefully it looks like it. I'll give you the details of the bottom of the device here. Yeah, this is where the door opens. We'll actually open it up so you can kind of get a look inside there and look at everything that's going on. I will say, these are metal, ABS plastic. It's a well-built case. I will give them that. The bottom of here, they give you the little baggie of screws. This is your little port switch. These look like they actually come out. So I guess if you had to replace them, remove them, these are just plugged in little things here. That one, this is fed all the way under for your Ethernet. You got this wire, looks like it's plugged in right here. Ooh. Sorry about that. Plugged in right here and running down along into the back to your power port down the back. This is your other little plug. This is where the diagrams and the pictures I just showed you, these plug into the Raspberry Pi to give the power and reset switches, I believe. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You got 4 USB ports and an Ethernet. I know a couple people were expressing complaints that you had to open the door up to get to the USB and the Ethernet, people that use Ethernet all the time. I don't ever use Ethernet, and I only ever use 1 or 2 USB ports. So to me, I thought this was a perfect design. When you're not using all that, you can shut it away, and it looks super clean and nice. But when you need to get to those, it's a quick door open away, not a big deal. But I gotta say, I really like it. The quality is good. It feels really nice. These little boards are screwed in there really good. Nothing's creaking and cracking and sounding cheap. It all looks like it's built well. I gotta say, for $19.99. This is an amazing buy. Apparently, I didn't look yet, but somebody said that doubled in price to $40 on Amazon. I got it $19.99. Amazon shipped from China. You know, I actually tracked it and stuff. I ordered it on the 22nd of July and I received it today, which is the 31st of July. So not a bad deal. 9 days from China, free shipping, $19.99 flat. I don't even think I paid tax on Amazon. So I gotta say this is a good buy. I'm gonna put it together. Like I said, I'll test the SD card out probably on camera and things like that. Give you guys the lowdown on that. But yeah, I'm gonna screw the Pi in here and I'll cut back to that and we'll go from there. Here, I figured I'd do a quick little take. This just kind of shows the side by side, how big it is next to the actual Pi, so you can kind of get an idea of size, how much bigger than the Pi it actually is. And this is the official Raspberry Pi case, so you can get an idea of how much bigger it is than that. We even do the side by side here to see kind of how much thicker it is. I don't know if you can get a good view of that, you know, how much bigger the case is. So it's a significant amount bigger than the Raspberry Pi case, you know, in pretty much every way. But like I said, it does feel like a really good quality case. So I just want to kind of show you that. I guess it's about the length. It's even a little bit longer that way. So I guess you can kind of say it's a official Raspberry Pi case and a Raspberry Pi next to each other is the width. So that kind of gives you an idea of the size of it. So I'm gonna, like I said, take it apart and I'm gonna put it inside there and then I'll show you how that looks. So we'll go to that. All right, I actually I'm putting in another little cut that I did because I wanted to actually show you the inside. I built some of it. I actually screwed it in here. A couple of tips maybe to help people. I mean, it's not obvious. The directions aren't crazy. They kind of tell you what the screws do. But I wanted to show you a couple things. They give you 6. I'm pretty sure the direction said 6, but I'm only seeing 5 there. But oh, there's one in the back. So they give you 6 of these really long silver screws. Probably can barely see them on camera, but there's 6 of the one screw and 2 of the black screws. I just wanted to show you the 2 black screws are the ones that go actually to the Pi. So you physically screw the Pi into here with the 2 black screws, and then the 6 of those screws are actually for the bottom, which I haven't gotten to yet, but before I screwed the whole thing in with all the screws, I wanted to show people a couple of things as I did it, just maybe it can help people that are newer to this stuff. This mollusk right here, this wire is really, really short. There is no give whatsoever right here. So a couple of tips. One, take your SD card out. I'm an idiot and left mine in there when I went to put it in. I'm like, why is it not fitting? So make sure your SD card is out of the device before you put it in its spot. And it's kind of weird because the power port is right here to the Raspberry Pi, but it uses the one that's the backfit one that I showed you in the earlier video that's down below here. It's just kind of a cool little weird thing. But your HDMI now, you can actually see the HDMI. I'll go over all that stuff when it's built, but you can see I kept my heat sinks on here, so those are in there. Hopefully that's not a problem when I put it all together. But yeah, I wanted to really show the people the main thing is that this mollusk is really, really like a short cord. So when you do this, my recommendation how I did it is I plugged this in first and then pushed the Pi down into place and kind of grooved it and then screwed the 2 screws in. I just kind of wanted to show everybody that. And then I'm going to get to all this stuff. Hopefully these aren't too much of a pain. Now that I'm recording this video, I'm realizing that I probably should have plugged these in first, but I'll get to that. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I don't know, maybe I'll try that real quick while I'm still on camera. Nah, yeah, that's going to be pain. I'm probably going to have to unscrew those now that I'm learning this. So learn from me, I guess, that maybe you should plug all these in the mollusk before you hook the thing down. But just word of advice, maybe save you a minute. And then, like I said, I'm going to build it and I'll show you that in the next one. All right. One more quick cut. This one is just to show you it all assembled now so you can actually see what the ports look like. So I want to show you this is the HDMI port. It looks pretty flush and fits nice. This was already on the outside, no surprise there. There's your audio jack actually now sticking out of there, so it's not just a hole. Nothing was different here, all that's the same. Your SD card, I actually put it in there. I'm not going to show you it taken out of camera because I'm going to tell you right now, it is a living nightmare. I never got a chance to play with the metal case. I forget the name of it. It's that super popular one that apparently they just updated. I really can't think of the name off the top of my head, but that apparently they said you had to use tweezers. Yeah, this is one of those scenarios that I cannot for the life of me get that SD card out. So you're going to have to use a tool. So be careful. I guess that's one negative to this case. And like I said, you got the little slot. You can put your SD cards in, but just be careful, I guess. Once you put your SD card in, it's in there unless you get a tool. So I just wanted to quickly show you that before I actually go to the clip. So the next one's going to be with the Pi setup, making sure the power and reset buttons work, all that stuff. All right. And now this would be hopefully the final cut. This shows you the final stuff. This is the device sitting on my TV stand. I'm in my spare room, so I don't mind that there's literally nothing in here, but pretty much a little TV and an empty TV stand. But here is the Pi. case, whatever you want to call it, NesPi. So I want to show you all I have. I'm literally using the cable from the 8 video thing, so it's probably not really powerful enough, so ignore that, but I just wanted to show you its setup. It's just HDMI power. I didn't plug controllers or anything in right now. I really wanted to just show you that it functions and actually works. I'll probably, actually, so you know, now that I'm talking to you, I'm probably going to have to recut this with USB cable so I can test USB and make sure to show you that that stuff works. But anyway, we'll power it on. You can see power button, and look, LED light. Very nice. I'll show you. We'll fade away here. I'm not going to make you wait for my whole thing to set up. Obviously, I have Motion Blue version 5. Thank you, David. David is awesome with his build. So if any of you guys haven't tried David's Motion Blue V5, in this particular case is the newest one, definitely do it. I love Emulation Station, but Attract Mode is awesome too. It has both. David has let me beta test some of his stuff, and I got to say his stuff is I think the best out there. He makes awesome themes like Showcase, and he helped make Magazine Madness and Motion Blue and Hursty Blue. He did with Hursty, you know, good stuff. But anyway, David's stuff's cool. So you got that. So I just want to show you the power button in action so you can see it's got the light. I just love that the LED light and the power button is actually there. So now I'll show you. Well, actually, we'll show you the Pi and kind of get them both in focus. Hopefully, I'm gonna hit the reset button, and it resets. Look at that. We got a reset button without having to do any soldering or anything. I thought that was pretty cool. So you can see I'm resetting again. I'm probably messing up my SD card as I show you this, but I just wanted to really show you how it works. I do have backups to my SD card, and I normally have a better setup because I use a dedicated hard drive. So that'll be how I'm going to have to test that out, because I usually have a hard drive plugged in at all times with all my ROMs on it. So I'm going to have to actually try that out, and I'll probably do a cut of that real fast. But I just want to show you. So you saw my reset, and then we'll show you power off. And it's off just like that. No light. I love it. I love having a power button. I love having a reset button. That's really cool. I don't know the logistics of it. I've heard both sides. Some people say it's really bad to do that. I don't know how this is doing it. I mean, I'm assuming it's just a hard kill because it does it immediately. Either one of them do. So it's probably not the safe one. It's not a script. I don't know if maybe someone could build a script that can work in with that. I don't know the software side of things. But I think it's pretty cool. I'm hoping nothing happens to my SD card, but you saw it in action. It works. I'm going to plug my hard drive into it real quick, and probably I have an Xbox 360 controller that I use wired, and I use a 8 video controller that I use wireless. I'll probably try them real fast just to kind of show you how that works. So we'll come back to that in a second. All right, guys, this is my last one, hopefully, for this little part of the NesPi case. I want to show you I actually have it plugged in now. I will say one thing I've just realized when plugging it all in now that I love over the official Raspberry Pi case, in most cases, is because it doesn't reroute all the stuff, is you'll notice everything comes out of the front and the back. Nothing comes out of either side. I love that, because with the official Raspberry Pi case, you got stuff coming out here, stuff coming out here, and it's just putting it inside a setup, like I have it next to my Shield TV and stuff here. It was like I wanted to hide it because there were so many cords coming from every direction. It was hard to put it anywhere. So I did find that as one really cool thing. But yeah, I just wanted to show you it up and running. This is a little, just so you know what, this is a dongle for a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse kind of little carry thing. I don't have it over here with me. I wanted to actually test the Ethernet. This is a controller. This is the Xbox 360 controller. Down here, nothing fancy there. This is my USB. Now I actually have my hard drive plugged in back there. You know, and then just Ethernet and power, power and HDMI. So nothing fancy there, but I'm gonna show you it's up and running. Power and reset buttons, I showed you last time, they work perfectly. My setup is working. I'm kind of close to the TV at the moment, so I can't really show you a lot, but it is fully working. I tested flying through the things. I'm in, I don't know, maybe I'll try to show you a little bit. I'm in the Magazine Madness theme. It's running my hard drive perfectly fine. And you can scroll through everything nice and fast. Everything's good. So, it's not messing with the power. It's not messing with anything. I think I just loaded a game. Yes, I did. Whoops, sorry about that. But as you can see, there's no power warnings. There's no problems. The pass-through. I want to make sure none of that goofy stuff was going on with it. And it isn't. So you got that, which is pretty cool. So yeah, overall, I'd say I like the case. I don't have any overall complaints or problems with it, other than the really short little GPI point pin I showed you inside of it. That definitely, before you put the Pi down, check that. And then the SD card slot's a little bit of a pain. I don't ever pull mine out, so not a problem for me. But two things that I just kind of wanted to point out to everybody. So before you put down the Pi, just plug both the USB Ethernet and that little thing on the end there before you put it down and screw the two screws in. Only real tip, other than, like I said, the main complaints was just the SD card slot's a little stupid. But I do like it. People that obviously use Ethernet and extra more than two, or without like some kind of a hub or something you want to plug out to these two ports, you may not like that you have to open this door up all the time. I don't generally use Ethernet. I just plugged it in because I wanted to make sure that these connectors all work. So I can tell you all these 4 USB ports work and this Ethernet works. So, hey, quality case so far. Thumbs up. Hope everybody likes the video.